For we're saved by grace through faith, not by our own works, but a gift from God, man. Ephesians 2:8, one of the best, most hopeful, most beautiful verses in the Bible, because it's our fundamental belief of what salvation is. And I just want to break it down real quick because there's so much packed into this one little verse. And it starts by saying God's grace is how we're saved, man. He loved us so much that he was willing to do whatever it took to restore us back to him. And we can see this in John 3:16. It says, for God so loved the world, he sent his one only son, Jesus Christ, so that anyone who would believe in him would not perish but have eternal lasting life. Man, that's beautiful. And then it goes into saying it's through faith that we're saved. And I'm going to come back to this because it's what I really want to talk about. But then it says it's not our works. This is not a work-based salvation. Nothing we do in this world, even if it's good, is ever going to be enough for God. His standard is too high for us. And then it's a gift from God, man. It's only by God that we can be saved and be restored back to him. But what I want to focus on with faith is in James 2, he highlights it so well. It's talking about our faith in regard to our good works and good deeds. In verse 14, he says, what good is it, dear brothers and sisters, if you say you have faith but don't show it by your actions? Then in verse 18, he says, how can you show me your faith if you don't have good deeds? I will show you my faith by my good deeds. And then verse 26, it says, just as the body is dead without breath, so also faith is dead without good works. Now, I don't want anyone to hear this and be like, okay, so you have to do good things, so is it a work-based salvation? No, it's not. We can see this in Ephesians 2:8. But what this is saying is that good works are going to be reflective and verify your faith. Is that Jesus is going to be so transformative and just wreck your life in the best way possible that you're just going to sell out for him and live for him in everything that you do and just deny your sinful nature consistently. And Ephesians 2:8 is why I believe that the criminal next to Jesus on the cross genuinely is in paradise with him now. How it doesn't matter. You can be on your deathbed and still be saved because God's grace is so enough, and that's all we need. But we're like, you and I, at least myself, I'm a 19-year-old guy who's blessed with the presence. I know who Jesus is now, and that means since I know him, I just gotta fulfill my duty and just live for him. That he's changed my life, man. I got so many good things I can go do because of him. That he's changed my life, man. I've denied my past. I've done some bad things, and I just have a hope and future, man. That God's got me, and that I'm blessed to know Jesus. And I really hope for all of y'all that do know Jesus now that you really can understand this. Our good works are never gonna do it, but we should look at our faith that is so transformative. Jesus can genuinely change our life like that. That our good works are just going to be so evident, and our lives are just going to be so evident of who he is. We're going to start walking differently. We're going to start talking differently. We're going to smile differently. We're just going to be different, man, because Jesus changes lives like that, and it's all for the better, and it's only because of God, man. So I really think faith is so good to connect to good works because it's Jesus impacting our lives so much. And it's never going to be enough of what we do. It's only God's grace. It's not a works-based salvation. I want to be clear with that. But what we do can be so reflective of Jesus Christ. Man, I love y'all so much. I'm getting too long. So this is day 7 of Talking Jesus. I love y'all. See you tomorrow for day 8.